Spirit wants me to tell you, you just went through a character building moment. And there's somebody who was like, whoa, I fucked up. And you know me, guys. We always give people understands. We don't shoot right first to the damn they fucked up type shit. But if it is that way, we talk about it, and that's what this one is. This person had a reality check with you. They did not expect you to react the way you did. Whoa. All right. Well, it looks like they were listening to people who, to an outside appearance, if you will, seemed like the healthy people to follow their trust. Friends or people that they speak to on a more professional level is what I'm hearing. We're telling them they need to rid themselves of distractions, and you were one of them. This person decided that they wanted space from you, or were like, to be quite frank, gaslight you. Like, they gaslighted you a bit into being like, I don't know why you assumed we were this, or you assumed I wanted something of commitment with you, but all I see you as is a friend, or a friend with benefits, etc. When this is like everything of their actions is showing the complete opposite. They're listening to somebody. Accumulation of people is what I'm hearing, who definitely were like, well, maybe you should stop hanging out or talking to this person. See, some of the people there had their own vendettas with that, like they could be in love with the person, or even if this is a sense of just a friend that isn't in love with them, but it's like one of those dynamics where it's like they're so close and they're platonic, but they're so close it's like they're dating each other, and you take away their time with that person. So there's been an accumulation of them realizing, though, how much of my plan have I let other people design? Meaning, why, when you're one person who always tries to help me and I can vent to, am I punishing this connection for these others who keep giving me stress? They feel very sideways with one taking a leap of faith of coming back in and being like, I'm so sorry, I jumped to conclusions, there was this stuff going on. There also was misassumptions between conversations you two had, and they were not willing to create the space to ask. I mean, in this situation, I'm telling y'all, they're like, I feel it. But Spirit's just like, let them figure it out. Meaning the other person, you're kind of better off right now without them, to be quite frank. There is a sense of them taking the leap of faith to you, but right now more, there's like this ego thing where they feel like a fool. See, this card could be taken two ways. The Fool in tarot represents the leap of faith. Going ahead and saying, I know Spirit would catch me. But with this being an oracle card, okay, it could be taken also a little bit in a different way. It can be taken as the person seeing themselves as a fool, and they're feeling teeter-tottered on really a perception of themselves is what it comes down to. Reaching out to you and admitting and authentically being like, I fucked up. I pushed you away because I was scared, because I was listening to this, because I was afraid to lose that. They're teeter-tottering on which way to go. That's the true strength. Two things to hyper-focus on right now for you. This person definitely is going into toxic tendencies, and you don't need them to drag you down, okay? You've really changed your whole timeline, and Spirit's saying, like, there was a big portion where this person, their own freedom of will was aligning to, like, you. Like, you have gone the extra mile for this person. You have done things that nobody will do for them. And that says everything about you. No matter if they appreciated it, saw it, or not. It shows everything about you. That authentically and unconditionally out of your heart went the extra mile. Miles is what I'm hearing for this person. You are living your highest timeline, and they're not going to let, and when I say they, I mean Spirit's not going to encourage you to try to go the extra mile for this person anymore, because their actions are not deserving of it. They got to release themselves of some pretty toxic either tendencies or people. Collectives still take what resonates. For some, it's both. But what's building in 2025 for this connection? What's cooking? What's Spirit saying the prediction is for them to do, if you will? Well, we're going to go two ways. If they decide to take the risk, it looks like they're going to come to you around a time where it's been a couple months into 2025, and they're going to tell you what they were gambling around. There will be a sense of discipline within them that's different. See, this person really, no matter if they are a man, a woman, etc., they want people to tell them what to do. And they are not supposed to live this timeline for those individuals. Like, you're attracted to this person for a reason. They're a good person, okay? There's somebody that really adores you, and you adore them, and what I'm hearing is the beginning of your guys' dynamic. No matter if it was a couple of months or years ago, etc., you put them on a pedestal, and an illusion was shattered. You still, a little portion of you still had them on a pedestal, because you got into a headspace where you're like, okay, they're back in my life, and I don't want to do anything to mess it up, so I'm just going to try to be this safe space where everything's okay, and I don't have problems. And I'm not going to talk to them about if they do something that bothers me, because I just don't want to make them run away. That's being scared that intensely to talk about yourself or what you're going through because you're so afraid of that person leaving is still putting them somewhat on a pedestal. Here's the thing. You did everything right. You didn't do all those things. You held back what you felt. You tried to do everything to be a safe space for them, and it still didn't work. The illusion of them being higher than you has been shattered. And this was so imperative for your timeline going further. I don't know when that's going to stop, and this is a good message, so I'm talking about the lawnmower we hear. I see that right now as they're saying there's a lot of noise surrounding them, and a humongous thing is they also need to be separated for further growth, because part of the things that are going to die, the connections, etc., in their life, they can't have you around, so those people, or even their own ego, can point the finger and be like, if you weren't here, I wouldn't have thought this about my friends or my family, and you were the problem. Basically, long story short, if there's nobody they could point their finger at when they decide to honor and realize these people have not been who they said in my life, and they don't serve my highest timeline, and maybe even some of them don't have my best interest at all, has to be alone. They're going to come in though and tell you all about this. And this next portion of your life, it's about you right now, okay? I'm not telling you it's inevitable. I'm not telling you that you're not going to be together or that you are going to be together, because we call life energy forecast. Destiny is a funny word because certain things are destined to happen, but they're not destined to transpire in an exact ABCD format, because we have freedom of will. Right there, freedom of believing that things are going to happen to a T, one specific way. I mean, and I'm going down to every footstep you take and every word you state contradicts freedom of will. Think about freedom will like surfing. To be quite frank, you have to learn how to stay on your board and go through all those waves. You have no control over the waves. And at some point, you don't even have control. You don't have control where you're going, but you have control of directing where you're going. That's what destiny is. I am telling you, the best way to think about being surrendering to fate and to spirit and destination and synchronicities, all of that stuff is thinking about it like an ocean, and you're on a surfboard and riding the waves. That visual representation, it does something. So with that being said, their energy forecast, we saw the trajectory. If they bring you this truth, looks like it'll be in a couple of months, gaining that, pulling their pants up and saying, I'm going to speak from my heart. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to say I fucked up, and we're going to have a conversation like we never had before. And with this return, you will no longer be having them on a pedestal. You will be like, yo, this is me. This is me. And This is going to be the first time you actually truly get to know each other. You know each other. Your souls do. But your human existences have kept a lot back from each other. If you're interested in a personal reading from yours truly, don't hesitate to go to my website, offprintmint.com. That link is in all of my social media platforms. And while you're there, I actually have a lot of other cool services available you can check out. And currently, I have in stock my Oracle cards. They're right here. Let me go ahead and show you them briefly. This is the box that they come in. You guys have been seeing me use these with months with you. So these bad boys right here, are my cards that you will get. Every single card has the meat and potato word, and then the dressings, if you will, about what it means. And another awesome thing that comes with it is a guide booklet, okay? The back's going to tell you how to read reversals. The front's going to give you an introduction and to explain why I was inspired to make this. And then all of the other ones from there are every individual card, how to further interpret and understand them. Offprintmint.com, link in all social media platforms. That's what I got for y'all today, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.